escaping the shadows. I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I post fragrance related content on this platform. Now, if you like Middle Eastern fragrances in particular, the reviews of such fragrances, please do consider joining this family by subscribing. And to those who are already subscribed, thank you so much for the continued support. I also have a second channel, guys, CeeChronicles Unscripted, the link of which is in the description. Now, on that channel, I focus on my life outside fragrance reviews, which is vlogs, but I do occasionally throw Western fragrance reviews, so please do check out both channels. Now, today we have Wataniah's Sabah Al Wad. You guys asked me to purchase more Wataniahs and bring them here. So while I'm at it, before I get into this review, let me say, if companies want to reach out, please do reach out to me via DM, because this channel remains unsponsored. The second company to reach out was Latafa, but I do not have a link where I make anything out of, you know, the fragrances that I talk about. I just get merch sent to me or PR sent to me, and then I talk about it. Why I do not have a what you call a discount code or anything like that is because of geographic location. Now, the fragrance in question is this one, okay? It's called Sabah Al Wad. I've been seeing this fragrance for the longest time, but it was one of those fragrances that you see and then it's gone. You see and then it's gone. And it never occurred to me to actually buy this. When I decided to buy it, I actually bought the wrong one. Another Wataniah that I came with here. Anyway, this is the bottle, right? I'm going to spray it in the box and then we're going to get into it. Now, disclaimer, this is a fragrance that's quite sticky, so it has gone on my hand. It's either I'm going to smell like this the whole day or I'm going to have to wash my hands. Not that it's a bad fragrance, it's just a little bit sticky. It opens up with a warm, spicy feel there of that evident sweetness that you're going to get centering around this fragrance, making it a rounded, sweet fragrance, if you will. There's going to be the pop of the cacao. So do expect the cacao note there, adding like a chocolate weight in this backdrop of the sweetness. So this fragrance is certainly going to align itself with a gourmand fragrance almost immediately. There is a use of spices in here as well, but it is that cacao that kind of screams there, right there at the opening, and carrying a sticky feel. And also listed for this fragrance, guys, pink pepper and mandarin. Now, let me say, with that cacao note that rises there, there's going to be a jammy feel. So the pink pepper in this fragrance seems to have like a jammy nuance to it, like a rosy nuance to it. So some of you are going to swear that this fragrance has got like a rose in it, but it doesn't list rose. In fact, the mid of this fragrance lists that cacao that I was talking about, the jasmine sambac, as well as the orange blossom, and then the base of it is vanilla tonka and patch. Now, by patch, I mean patchouli. This fragrance is going to have that sweetness and that evident vanilla coming to the surface there, and then obviously that chocolatey gourmand feel. So it's definitely a fragrance that's going to tick the boxes for anyone who likes cacao forward fragrances. But the chocolate in this fragrance, like I said, comes as like a chocolate rosy jammy type of feel of a fragrance. The DNA in itself outright screams gourmand. The DNA in itself also outright screams 70% of feminine, because it's sweet there. It's not girly, it's just sweet, you know. So if you're a man who identifies sweet fragrances with feminine fragrance, especially this type of sweetness, you might find that this is very sweet and very feminine leaning. But remember, it does have that patchouli and the tonka that mix there to tie things up, adding a little bit of a green weight to this fragrance, a little bit of an earthy feel to this fragrance, and that green tone makes it safe enough to say, if you're a man towards a dry down there, let's say 2 hours in, all right, the first 30, 45 minutes, 1 hour might be intimidating as a fragrance that feels very feminine, but while it's midway there, you will start to feel wafts of, okay, this is safe enough for both genders. So yeah, definitely a fragrance that you may want to add, one of the good ones from the Wataniah. Lasting power on this is great as well. If you love chocolate, you're going to love this. However, if you do not love that cacao note, it's going to put you off, because that cacao note holds on from start to finish. It is the sort of thing that you actually smell even as you hold the box. I remember my son went and bought this, and as he gave me, I said, "Did you spray it?" And he said, "No." I said, did they spray it on the box or something like that? And he said, "No, they just gave it to me like that." But it wasn't leaking or anything. But I think it's the nozzle, breathes this cacao thing that you're gonna feel. But It's not a cacao that I'm going to class in the same family as Eilish. It doesn't feel like they were going for that at all. And it is a fragrance, I'm going to say, doesn't feel like anything that I have in my collection. But it is one that I'll say if you love... what's the name of that fragrance? If you love jammy, rosy, chocolatey fragrances, you're going to love that. This one, a little bit of citruses, but the citrus is not taking center stage, but being there, and a distinct fruitiness. A fruitiness to my nose that actually feels way more than just orange. There's a fruitiness that I feel in here that perhaps they decided not to add there as a note. A fruitiness that feels to an extent plummy, okay? Dries down vanilla-y, or should I have said opens up vanilla-y. I don't know, it's entirely up to you, because it does have that vanilla note also tagging along, but it kind of feels like a push and pull. The cacao certainly wins, but there is, a distinct vanilla as well. So it's going to be one fragrance that if you love those vanilla notes as well, or vanilla forward fragrances, or fragrances with that sweet weight, hearing a cacao note, and then an almondy tonka drying down with that semi-prominent patchouli, then this one's going to do it for you. This fragrance feels to my nose like it can be too much of a good thing in the heat if you don't go easy on the trigger. So if you're an oversprayer, it can be a fragrance that can border on what have I done. You can use it in both seasons, but I'm just saying it just feels like a little bit of too much of a very nice thing happening there, where it kind of feels like it's trying too hard. And if you're to wear this one in the heat, it can borderline do too much. But it is a fragrance that feels safe enough to wear like in cooler weather as well as in winter, just cool days or airy days. If you I am impressed so far by the Wataniahs. I am trying to put them or to get them to 10 or even 12. That's why I said if Wataniah can reach out, they can go ahead and do so in my Instagram. If anybody wants to donate anything towards purchases of the fragrances, they can also do so, because this channel relies only on AdSense. Even as I get merch, I cannot use codes because of my geographic location. So I in most cases buy fragrances off pocket. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section. Did I talk about I think I did talk about the longevity. Okay, longevity for this one is going to be 8 hours, somewhere thereabout. So it just depends on the number of sprays. Not bad in terms of longevity. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section. We will obviously discuss more about fragrances. Good thing about this company is they do have a fragrance called Rui. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get my hands on that Rui, especially the one that is supposed to be cloning the Fenty. As soon as I get that one, I would love to bring it here and tell you my thoughts. So yes, guys, we're going to have more Wataniahs in the mix. Remember to turn on post notifications on both my channels. That way, guys, you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Meanwhile, like and share this one. And remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.